Stephen Harper has not shown himself deserving of the office of Prime Minister. Worse yet, Mr. Harper has decided the best response to the economic pain so many families feel is to perpetuate this political crisis for another 7 weeks. 7 more weeks of this chaos that people have said so clearly they want cleaned up. He calls it a timeout. Canadians call it a cop-out. The message I have heard from people in my riding and ridings across the country is loud and clear. They want us to put their jobs first. They want us to focus on steering the country through the economic storm that confronts us all. They want something better. But if we're to be honest, Canadians have not yet been persuaded that the coalition represents a superior option. They remain open to the alternative. They are, in fact, hungry for an alternative. But in my analysis, no such alternative, whether it be the coalition or the Liberal Party alone, can satisfactorily be championed in the absence of a leader whose position is confirmed and commanding. We find ourselves in a circumstance without precedent, and it's time to face up to reality. During the months of January, difficult judgments will confront us all. Difficult choices will need to be taken. And at the end of it, we will conclude with a series of confidence votes at the end of January. A vote that could see one government defeated and another one formed. This is not the path any of us predicted or any of us preferred. We were put here by the partisan excess of Mr. Harper. It's frustrating, but nevertheless, we are here. I had announced my intention to seek the leadership of my party. I'm flattered to say that my campaign has attracted the support of many people. I was excited about crossing the country, about helping Liberals rebuild this party and reconnect with working Canadians. I was eager about helping the Liberal Party renew its place in the hearts of voters with whom our relationship requires restoration. Young Canadians, Francophones, new Canadians, those in the West, and those who've always made up the great broad back of our country, the working middle class. I am not releasing that ambition. I am simply redirecting it. I remain deeply committed to convincing people that the Liberal Party can be their vehicle for their values and for their hopes. The extraordinary times we face demand that each of us puts country and party ahead of individual ambition. I would be less than honest if I were to say that I am currently the consensus choice to lead our party at this moment. And because I believe our party must move urgently, I find myself unprepared to stand as an obstacle to achieving that consensus. Michael Ignatieff is a man who I have known well and with whom I have served for more than 3 years in one capacity or another. He has earned my respect just as he has earned the respect of so many Liberals and so many Canadians. He is a recognized expert on international affairs, a twice-elected parliamentarian and advocate of a balanced and progressive economic approach. He is the consensus choice of Liberals to lead our party at this moment. And I want to be clear, he is also my choice. At this testing time, when a leader is needed now, not later, when the Liberal Party must agree on a new direction, when the country requires a principled and publicly interested alternative to Stephen Harper, I believe Michael Ignatieff is the best person to lead our party and our country forward. Michael can bring the Liberal Party together in a way that no other candidate could. And he can bring the country together in a way that Mr. Harper never has. With that in mind, I am pledging my support today to Michael Ignatieff without qualification. I am also calling on the party to expedite the leadership selection process. Obviously, a delegated convention cannot be managed in the next 3 weeks. But we can and we must put a new leader in place swiftly. And then we must create a mechanism to permit widespread democratic consultation within our party. We must ensure that the Liberal Party rank and file have their say. And I am confident that Michael Ignatieff's support is widely held in our party. And I am adamant that if we move swiftly to find a means to permit that support to be expressed, it will be expressed in Michael Ignatieff. In conclusion, I want to recognize the tremendous contributions made by Stéphane Dion. His conviction and his commitment to Canada have never been questioned, and they never shall. He personifies the concept of public service. I also want to say a word about my friend Bob Rae. Bob is a political leader with few peers. He brings a passion and a perspective that Liberals badly need at this time. It has been a privilege to serve with him, and I respect Bob immensely. Let me also say a word to my supporters across the country, to all those who pledged their time, their ideas, and their money to support my campaign. I owe you more than you will ever know. Finally, I want to return to my core concern. Canada is faced with an uncommon economic crisis. The public have found Stephen Harper wanting. They are looking for an alternative. The Liberal Party must stand tall against that measure. We must provide new leadership with a new energy and a sense of purpose. That is what the circumstances demand of all of us, and Canadians expect no less.